Good day, good morning, and good afternoon. Welcome to our live trading event. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for another day, and I thank you for your kindness and your goodness and your grace and your mercy. Thank you for another opportunity, and I pray for wisdom, discernment, and discipline and good trading skills today. And I ask that I would be grateful for every 3 pips that we make in the market. In the name of Yeshua, amen. Okay, let's go check the news. Okay, we got some bank holidays today. And we had some news 3 hours ago. Wait, is that? Total non-farm payroll employment increased by 178,000 in March, and the unemployment rate changed little at 4.3%, Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. Job gains occurred in healthcare, in construction, and in transportation and warehousing. Federal government employment continued to decline. How was that 3 hours ago? That seems weird. Okay, anyway. We do have ISM services on. Oh man, just 1 sec. Okay, ISM services, PMI, and then we've got the president at 1 p.m. All right, let's go to MT5. I already have a couple trades on. Last night I got stung again by this move. 9,301.55. The starting balance. Hey, David. How's it going? You're the first one in this morning. Oh, and there's Larry. Nice. Nice. You got day one of the challenge. That's amazing. Glad that you started that. Good morning, Larry. How's it going with you? Man, guys, I got stung by that run last night, too. Again. Thankfully, I was only in a couple positions, but I was trading during the Tokyo session, got a few pips, and then I was just like, I'm going to leave it on. I'm not going to stay up all night and trade this thing. And then sure enough, the market just ran up and smashed stop losses again. I've had such a rough go with hitting those stop losses. Yeah, thankfully it was just only a couple. I think it was 3 positions. Well, 2 hit the stop loss. Then I checked this morning real quick and I just closed out the last one. And then put a few positions on today. So I'm just gonna hopefully go up with this new energy. Seems to be a bit of a news catalyst that got things going. The euro dollar heading up. And I've got to start putting a dent back in all these losses over the past couple weeks. If we can get another up move out of this, we should at least cover the losses from last night. But it looks like it's going to be a bit of a slower day because there's quite a few bank holidays today. So I'm just going to plan out the rest of this trade setup. This is the halfway mark on this entire run through here. So this, I'm going to call this the end of my line for going long. So this will have my 16 trades. Well, this is the last area for my 16 trades. My setup. So I'll do 8 down here, 16 here, and then we'll just stop out if it's going to keep going back down. That would be super annoying, but at that point, I don't really want to be going long on a market that's crossed back over that 62 level heading down. So And we've now pulled back a total of 30 pips from the high. So near on the 25 pip mark pullback. And we're running into this trend. So going long for now, but I'm going to pull the plug on the longs here instead of risking all the way to the bottom again. Like my 50 pip stop losses are actually below here, but I don't want to be part of it on such a big run. If we're going to cross back over here, it's my rule just to flip sides. So we may even flip if we hit this level right here. This is the 50% level, and then this is the 62 level. So if we start coming down here and it looks like we're going to start just keep breaking down, maybe see if we can grab some profits and flip without taking a max loss. We'll just see how we get back down to these levels. But yeah, there's last night's stop outs. Traded a little bit through here, made a little bit of profits through here, and I almost made up for the losses that I had. I only had a couple here, so I almost made up for those losses, but I figured, oh, I should just probably consolidate back and forth a little bit and probably just hit some profits while sleeping, but not last night. This huge run. And now we've got from the bottom up to here, got 63 pips. So it's a good size run. Yeah, David, do you suspect the euro will continue the trend since the bank holiday? I kind of feel like it would. It got some momentum going, and there's not likely going to be a lot of volatility today. So I'm thinking we probably would continue heading up on the euro. That would be my guess. If I had to guess, which I'm going to. Going long right now, so I think we'll probably see another continuation. And probably slow, non-volatile, and that's why I don't have to take profits on right now. So I want to catch some of that drifting. If it's going to head up and just drift upward, I want to catch that drift to the upside. So at this point, I kind of hope that we just see that and maybe catch a good size trade heading up from here. But yeah, I will flip if it's going to start making its way below those lines. And the reason for that is I've got a couple rules that tell me that. Like for me, I don't, once we hit the 62 level and cross over, that for me is a flipping rule. Yeah, you're agreeing too. And so I've got that flipping rule. And then I've also got, like, generally my stop losses are 35 pips from a pullback. And so we've already ran 30 pips to here. So if we get to here, that's like generally my other stop out rule. So it'd be 38 pips if we get back down to there. So I've kind of got two rules that are telling me to stop out here. So that's why I'm not going to run this trade setup all the way down to my 50 pip stop losses. So I'll just drag them up so you can see what I'm planning to do. So we'll put these up here. Kind of laggy. Yeah, and then we'll do something like that. That's pretty good. And then another rule that I have is so this 62 level sitting right on 1.153, right on the mark. And so my rule is I place my stop losses 3 pips beyond that double zero mark, the 200 mark. So there's 85. So they should be at 52, 70, 74, 73, 72. Right there. It's another little rule of mine I've picked up over the years. I find so many times the market will just barely bump into those 200 marks or those double zero marks, and within 3 pips they pull back. So that's just been another one of my rules. I'm going to go back into the 1 minute chart and just do a better job of getting. So 1.15270 is what I want to be on the other side of that. There. There we go. Yeah, those are the fib levels. So this last one down here is the 62 level on this whole move from this point all the way to this point is what I'm measuring my fibs off of. And that right there is the 62 level. So for me, that's the flipping point. If we go and hit that, bump into that level, that for me says, okay, time to start going short. And for me at that point, if it ran all the way down to there, we would then have a 39, like a 40 pip move to the short side. So then that's kind of like I want to be on that's the new energy for me. It's run 40 pips down, so now I'm going to flip to the short side. So we'll see if we can. I would just be nice if we could just get some continuation to the upside and get rid of those losses from last night and put some more money in this darn account. Man, David, I've been hit multiple times with my stop losses, and then again last night. It was crazy. These stop losses, the 50 pip stop losses, are usually really good for not getting hit, but the past few weeks with the Iran stuff, I've just been getting hit back and forth, make a little bit of money, and then take a big hit, and it's a pretty big hit. It's a 2% hit if I hit my stop loss. So I've had a few 2% losses, hence why my account is in the negative now. But we'll get ahead. Hopefully we don't hit the stop losses today. As long as we get another continuation, we'll make a bit of money today. Yeah, thanks, man. I plan on getting it back. Not bank holiday. Yeah, it's not a bank holiday in the U.S. And it wasn't on Friday either. The U.S. was still, banks were open on Friday. Or the whole rest of the world, all the banks were closed on Friday, but not the U.S. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of, have a red folder at 9. Yeah, that's 9 for you, 10 for me. And that was ISM, ISM services, PMI. So that definitely could be a mover, if depending on how that one comes out. And then President Trump speaks today too at 1 p.m. So that's 12 for you, David, right? So that definitely could be a mover. So although we don't have like a lot of banks trading today, if President Trump speaks, I think that's going to be a good time of volatility, considering where we're at with the war stuff. So definitely, like if it's super slow, I'll probably be, well, we'll trade the ISM when that comes out, and then we'll probably be off. But I'm probably going to trade the president speaking, especially if there's just a lot of people back into the market. Got to put some money in the account today, so I want to be around with the volatility. And starting to get a push in favor now. So I lost like $25 on this move last night that took me out on my stop losses. So it was just only a couple, it was like 3 positions that stopped out. And so if I can get some of this move to head back up, we'll cover those losses. And then I'll show you guys. I think Larry's pretty familiar at this point, but I I'll show you how I continue. I follow this market up behind the 5-minute bars and the 15-minute bars. I'll keep trailing my stop up if it decides it's going to keep going up. Once I lock into a position like this one, then I trail the position up with stop losses so that it's secured and safe and I can't lose. But I've got to have a 5-minute bar that closes. So we need another bar after this one that closes in favor, and then I'll start locking the position. And actually, I could take a small position off the top of this one and then lock in the position down here under this bar. But at this point, I think we'll wait for this upper position to gain profits. Um, did I look at the platforms that Todd discussed? I'm not sure. Like I know I'm familiar with the platforms that he's talked about over the past week or so. I've traded a couple of them. Was it like on Friday? Did he have a class or a recent one that you were thinking that where he listed a few of them? Like, I'm not sure. I remember seeing a few of them at some point last week or the week before, but I was familiar with the platforms that he was talking about. I've traded, I think, Match Trader, and I haven't traded C Trader yet. But C Trader is one I'm interested in looking at because I think that one's like somewhat similar to Alveo. Have you been looking at them? So now if this bar can start to close to the upside, then I'll move all my stop losses above this bar. But this bar's got to close above my position. So we'll see how this 5-minute bar closes. We got 4 minutes. And if it closes like right in my position, I'm not gonna put the stop losses right in it. I'll wait for the next bar that is clears with some space, gives a bit of breathing room. That's usually a few pips. So we'll just see what happens there. And like for me, I want just like I have rules for this too. It's not just like how you generally see me trading the volatility with the targets on. I generally do trade that way, but on a time like this, because of the lower volatility and the magnitude of the run, I'm going with the new trend. And so I've got rules that help to keep me still doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing with this type of trading. So this is what I call my surfing rule. So when I'm capturing this and then I start trailing up with my stop losses behind it, I've got it. It is a system. It is systematized and it's not random. It's kind of like I've got two methods of trading. One for volatility with the targets on, hitting them back and forth. And then one is my trending system, which is my surfing rules, which is this one. Got two methods that are defined. And so for anybody that's coming in and they're not familiar, they may say, Josh, you're just trading all over the place. It's not. I've got two methods of trading, just so that you guys know. David says, I've tried both, but prefer C Trader. Oh, okay, you've tried C. Okay, and you prefer C Trader. That is good to know, because I just briefly looked at C Trader, and it looks pretty good, and so it's cool to see that you're liking C Trader as well, because I think I was going to like that too. Was that Did you have your own account set up on C Trader, or was that another prop firm, or where did you give C Trader a try? Was it just a trial somewhere or a free, just a simulated account? Oh, C Trader's not available for US? Really? If you have an IP blocker? Because David's in the US, right? Okay, so we got a candle close. Technically, this would be where I lock in my position. So just have a measure. And price is already trying to take off. That's good. So, oh, it's only 1 pip. Yeah, it's so really tight to try and get stop losses in here. But what I'm gonna do, got like 2 pips. I'm going to lock in this bottom position over here, this whole layer. I'm going to lock that one in behind this. And then if this just bumps up like any more, I'm going to lock this position in. So let's do, so I'm just going to grab each one of these lines like this. I'm pulling the stop loss off of the order. That's how you grab the stop loss. And then put that one in here, one in there. Then I'm going to do the same with this one. Grab the order stop loss, lock it in. And here's the third one. Just going to pull that stop loss out and bring it in. And then the last one over here, I'm just grabbing that stop loss and pulling it down, and then I'm pulling it up to where I want it. So that one is now locked in for profits. And I'm going to do the same with this one too, because it's 3 pips away now. So I'm going to put this one right in here. And I'm just going to watch what the number is. So that one is that 15. Oh, right on the 5,500 mark. So I'm going to grab this stop loss here and I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to paste it in these 2 spots. And then that position, so I'm going to paste here and modify. And then I'm going to paste on this one. And modify. And now that whole position is locked in pretty much right at break even. So that one won't make money if it hits that stop loss. It's just break even. And then we've got that bottom position locked in for some profit. Just be a little bit of profit, but either way, the whole position now is secured. If this just runs up a little bit more, I'm just going to put the whole position right in behind there. I just wanted to give this bottom a little bit more breathing room. But either way, it's all locked in. It's secure. It won't lose. I can essentially just forget about it now, other than I'm going to keep trailing it up behind the 5-minute bars. Sometimes if I get a big leg in favor, I'll start to trail behind the 15-minute bars if it's really showing to be strong, and I'll turn it into a longer term trade. But that's just kind of, we'll see how it goes. So, but otherwise, for now, we'll just keep locking in behind the 5-minute bars. So that's how that goes. It's before the new broker and prop firm regulations back in 2024. I want to say it was trade the TFT prop firm. Which one is that? I can't remember. There's quite a few of them. It was before the new broker and prop firm regulations. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there was a bunch of them, wasn't there? Like a bunch of prop firms in that 23, 24 range, year range. Oh yeah, the funded trader. Right. Okay, so we got another 5-minute bar closed. So we can move this position up and lock that in behind that bar. There's not much room there. There's like maybe 2 pips or something. Yep, 2 pips right on the money. That's okay. Put that one up there. So now that one can make some money. I'm gonna just hold off on this bottom position. I'm just okay to risk a little bit more and let it breathe a bit. And that's the benefit of having split positions like that. I can just be a little bit more flexible. So if we get a little bit more run up, then I'll bring all the position up together. But for now, I'm just gonna let it breathe a bit. And it looks like things are going in our favor now, so hopefully we'll just put both positions all locked in together on the next candle, which will be good. And then start to make some of that money back. Oh, Larry tried to get the demo C trader. They told me he couldn't get it. So now you've got a demo with DX trade. Okay. Interesting. Americans generally cannot trade on CTrader as the platform's developer, Spotware, restricts U.S. residents due to strict regulations from the CFTC and NFA. Most brokers offering CTrader are not regulated in the U.S., making it illegal for them to onboard U.S. clients. Although rare exceptions or proprietary trading firm partnerships might exist. Yeah, so I think if you also probably could block your IP, you might be able to find your way around that. The primary barrier is that CTrader brokers lack the required US regulatory licensing. Okay. All right, let's just check the 1 minute chart. Bumping into these couple highs that we've hit a couple times. Trying to break through. That last high back over here. So we've had one, two, we've got kind of like 2 or 3 attempts here. Okay, we've got this spot here. It's trying to break through. Can it push through? That's the question. Oh, we almost hit the stop loss there a minute ago. 2 minutes ago, we almost hit the stop loss for a break even, but all right. I think we just got another bar close. Oh, okay, it's at the same spot, so we'll just leave those. And now currently we've got 3 pips away from the stop loss. I'm just trying to see if I should drag the other orders up Yeah, 3 pips is, I don't have a specific rule for 2 or 3 pips. I usually just lock it in, even if it's 2 pips, like I did here. But I think I still want to keep that position, even if it were to like, especially if it were to like spike down. I'd want to still buy that spike down. So I'm gonna leave that one on there still. We'll wait for, so maybe I turn this bottom one into the 15-minute chart. Yeah. So I would wait for the new hour to come in, and then I'll move that bottom position up behind the 15-minute bar. And that's how we'll play that one. So I think it's all good right now. That regulatory stuff messed up a couple of my brokers, and I had to find a different one. I use CoinEx broker for my live now. I've been using them for over a year. I can use MT4, MT5 to take my trade. Oh, that's awesome. I've looked at CoinEx a couple times, and I haven't started with them. But that's really good to know that you're with them, because they offer some good leverage, right? Isn't that what's really good with CoinEx? Oh man, I I might open an account with CoinEx as well, David. It's cool to see you're with them. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. And have you had any pays? Have you brought in any money with them? Are they good for paying people? All right. So so now we've got a 15-minute bar close. Oh no, not yet. Still got a minute and a half. Still got a minute and a half to go for that 15-minute bar. So one more minute. And we're leaning into a break to the upside right at the hour, right at the turn of the hour. So we'll probably see either a pretty good shot down, or we might just see a leg up. As soon as this, um, I think this is going to be too close on the close for me to move it up. So I'll probably just leave everything where it's at. Okay, we got the new hour. We got a new 5-minute bar. There's not enough room for me to push these up there just yet. So they come down, they stop out. That's fine. We'll leave that position where it's at until we get another bar. If we can get another bar to the upside, then we'll move that bottom position up. But there's just barely any room to move these orders up. So just let those play out. I have only withdrew from them like once or twice, but never had a problem with collecting. That's good. Nice, man. Yeah, I'm probably gonna join you there with CoinX because I really just want to be able to open up a small account and just leverage the heck out of it and have somebody that's reliable that will be able to pay, not have problems with. Just want to have like a pretty much a throwaway account that you can leverage right up, and then as long as you trade well, you can make some money quicker. Okay, it's approaching our stop losses for that top order. So look at the 1 minute chart. We've now got consolidation of just barely 3 pips there. So what I can do here, I got my 2 pip stop loss on. I should probably put that back up to 3, just because I've got 50 pip stop losses. So bump these back up to 3 pips. I just wasn't using them this morning yet, so I didn't change it. But it's gonna say we could probably get 1 order in, but not anymore. Once I lock in a position with the surfing rules, that's when I'll start going back to my other method as well and just add into my position that's running in favor. I'll just start adding into that position with the other rules. Oh, they send monthly statements. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it makes me excited that you're with them because I've looked at them a couple times and didn't do anything, but I've been interested, and you're making me want to get in with them now. Do you have just a smaller account with them? Larry, have you heard of CoinX? I would say that's a brokerage you should check out as well. All right, we got just under a minute left on this bar. It's coming right back down to the stop losses again. So when this 5 minute bar closes, we really can't move it still. We're pretty much just hovering right on the stop losses. So we'll see if just leave it where it's at again. See if we can get a leg up at some point. It looks like we're going to tap the stop losses before getting to go up. But we'll just let it play out. We could have at one point maybe just gotten the stop losses up behind that candle, but I mean, that's actually like a pip that we're talking about here. Yeah, just a little over a pip. Very little room in here. If this order stops out and it makes just a little profit, I'll still build into a new position as it drops down. Okay, we're bumping into those stop losses. Okay, took that order out for just a little profit. So as that drops down, we can just add, here's one order, and that order comes in right perfectly to get those targets under those highs. So we'll just start with that one order with the other rules. And then we've got another layer right down here. So we'll add another trade on this line. I just want to see how much movement we're getting in here. Getting barely 3 pips of movement through this section, so it might be a good idea to drop the stop losses and the take profits down, like to run 2 pip take profits, because it's going to be really hard to hit these 3 pip targets with the volatility where we're at. If we come down here to this section right through here, it was just only 3 pips. So yeah, 2 pips might be a better call, unless things are just picking up right now. Maybe we'll just give it a few minutes, because it seems like we're getting some new energy. We should get some new traders coming into the market. But yeah, I think we could drop the stop losses down to 35 pips, because this is the end for me. So let's do that today. We're going to drop these down to 335 pips, which is 350 points here, and go down to 20, which is 2 pips here. Yeah, just a little account, but one that keeps you trading. That's cool. Oh, do they have a minimum size that account that you can work with? Like, how small of an account can I open? Okay, we hit the target on that one. It's too bad it tapped our stop losses. It's kind of too bad. But we just took profit on that order, so still got the other position going, so that's good. And now we've got a 5-minute bar close, so we'll be able to move the stop losses up behind this bar. All right, so we got those 4 positions running in favor. And it's we got behind a pretty good pivot now, so as this pulls back, I'm gonna leave those 2 take profits on, and we'll start buying into the pullbacks. And then hopefully this position can keep running. That would be good. And we're starting to get that move up, starting to break up. Ah, man, it's so annoying when it just barely taps out your positions like that. But it is what it is. Just got to be grateful that we got this position going. There's a chance we could ride this for a while. I'm not sure about the size limit, but I know my first initial deposit was only $100. Since then, deposited additional funds a couple more times. Okay, cool. That's perfect, man. That's really where I want to start too. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hopefully, over the next few days, open a CoinEx account, and then I'll add it into my Traders Connect, which is where I put a few of my accounts, my prop firms. I combine them all together. Oh, really? If I remember correctly, they don't offer micro lot sizing. Man, if they let you have $100 account, it would be weird for them not to let you do micro lots, but I mean, I guess they could do that. Mini lots. Huh. Well, either way, I'll still probably try. Yeah, even if it was mini lots, I would still try and build up $100 account. Okay, so if it pulls back, we'll just start by adding a trade on this level. Then we would add another trade at this level. Guys, it is super slow. Maybe in 10, 11 more minutes, we'll get some more people coming into the market for the stock market open. But I'm not expecting too much today because of the amount of people with the bank holidays. And then we'll be looking at, in 40 minutes, we get that news red folder coming in. So hopefully that'll bring in the volatility at least a little bit. Usually that's the hour we get some volatility, so could be a little bit slow until then, which I'm fine with if it wants to keep drifting in favor. Hey guys, I'm just curious. Have you been looking at the recordings on the YouTube channel? Like, are you going back to review them at all? I'm just kind of curious to see. Like, some of them are getting some views, and I'm not sure if it's people that are watching, um, like in live, and then they go back and have a look, or if it's just random people coming by to see them. Like, I'm asking because I'm trying to see if it's good to leave all of them on. Like Friday for me was not a good session. It was not a very good example of trading either. So I'm just thinking of removing Friday's live trading session. But for the most part, I leave every session that we do live is left there to go and check the recording. And I want that there so that people can just go and quickly scan hours of trading and in 10 to 20 minutes and be able to gain the experience and of hours of trading and have a look and then just get that all that experience and knowledge in a short amount of time. So that's the purpose of those sessions being left on there so you can check the recordings. I'm going to do a YouTube video where I explain, like, don't sit there and watch 4 hours of trading. Like, just go and skim through it. Like, use the recording as a tool to gain information quickly and experience quickly. You can take 10 or 20 minutes and learn a bunch by just scanning through the recordings. So I'm planning to make a YouTube video that says just that, maybe a little bit more detail, but essentially just saying that same thing. All right, looks like we're starting to get a little turn back to the upside. Oh, you have not looked back on any recording. If you make mistakes and learn from them, point it out. Oh, yeah, for sure. But if you always win, is it realistic? No, it's not. Absolutely not. And it's not helpful for anybody if all you ever do is win and show just winning. Yeah, it's not going to learn anything. Yeah, I'm trying to make it super raw. Whatever happens, happens, and we try and learn from it on each session. Wins and losses, all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, so let's just check the file. Just gonna check the 5-minute chart here and see if we should move our stops up. There's barely any space here to work with. So I think still maybe not yet. Like technically I should move my stops up behind this candle, but there's just barely any room. There's barely any wiggle room. So I'm fine to just leave it for now. See if we can get another move up. So I'll wait for another pivot, candle pivot, which this might be the one. Go back to the 1 minute and see what's going on. Yeah, just leave them all up. Yeah, that's what I've been doing at the moment, just leaving them all up. So this past Friday was just not a good, like I feel like it was not a good demonstration, and so I was like considering, do I just take that one down because like I didn't trade well, didn't like uh, perform my system well. So I'm like, do I want that to be on there as an example? I guess I want it to be as an example of a bad day, but it's still there. Pretty much every one of them for the past, I think it's like 7 weeks now, have all just been left up. Other than one or two that lasted, like I tried to capture the whole day and it was just like way too long of nothing going on. So like one or two of them have been removed. But for the most part, I think there's like 7 weeks of every day just leaving those posts up there. And they're getting some views. Like I'm noticing there's like a few views on each of the videos, so some people are watching them. But I want to get more views going so that we can like just have a little bit bigger crew of people. Like it's nice to have a small intimate crew. I feel like we could use a few more traders to like learn from, like maybe have a couple other people that have been around for a long time so that we can all just learn a bit more. Yeah, 7 weeks. I think it's 7 weeks. I'm not totally sure if it's 7 weeks. I'm gonna go have a look right now and see where we're at. So the first one I posted was January 19th. Thank you very much. So it's 8 weeks. I think over 8 weeks now. January 19th, February 19th, March 19th. Coming up on 3 months. Okay, applying some good pressure to the upside again. You can see these candles just shrinking, but still, there's the start of the break. All right. So we've got the market open now. Stock market open. You can see that we've got the participants coming in right now with all the energy in this 1 minute candle. It's moving around a whole bunch. So that's good. We're getting some new people into the market. I'm gonna just start buying on these pullbacks. There's one, that target just barely comes in on the highs. Back here and here. So if this drops down some more, I'll add into another buy. We'll try and take advantage of some of this volatility. So we'll buy at this level, we'll buy again down here, we'll buy maybe, we'll get into, so 1, 1, and then we'll get into 2 on this level. And then we can move these trades up now behind this 5-minute bar. So move these up to here. I guess it's supposed to be right behind this candle, but let's just go behind all these 3 because just a stronger level to go behind. Actually, got this one, this one, this one, this one. So we'll move them up to here. Okay, locked in more profit on that position. And we can keep trading the volatility with the other rules. So we got 2 methods going at the same time, which is great. And Larry got 3 pips. Yeah, it's been slow. It's been a really slow start. Be grateful for them, though. Be grateful for those pips. Okay, we need another pullback down here to add in, if we're going to add in. Or a push-up would also be good. I'd like to be able to lock in more of a longer term position for these trades down here. Be nice if it just ran up. The 15-minute chart. Okay, yeah, so that position down there is behind the 15-minute bars, so I'll just probably keep it that way on that position for the rest of, or as long as it will go. Just keep locking it in behind the 15-minute bars. Still slowly pushing up. Yeah, it's good, Larry. It's a little slow today, so any little pips we can get, it's definitely a good thing. And then we'll just hope that maybe we get some decent volatility in 25 minutes or so at that news. But for the past hour, that movement, that's very little movement. Okay, starting to pull back. Oh man, it's still barely moving. We've got barely 2 pips of movement in the past 10 minutes. Yeah, barely 2 pips in here. See if we can squeeze one in here. So when this drops, just drop a bit more. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that target fits in at a good spot. But we're kind of squeezed, we're pushing it a little bit. So you don't want to keep doing that over and over. That will be essentially over trading and placing too many trades, but that's okay for now. It's just so super slow. It's still grinding up in favor, so just be okay with that position. We'll just have to wait for it to drop down a bunch more before we add more into that. But for now, that's okay. We can hopefully get another 2 pips out of that. Tiny little range. There we go. Trying to make the 3-bar reversal back up. All right, we got 20 minutes to the news. And just still barely any movement. Barely room to get 2 pips, but if we can get one little pop up, we should tag that one target. So we've really only got that one trade so far locked in. I mean, we've got this whole position locked in, but we haven't made money on it yet. We've made money on this one move, 3 pips on that move. I'm trying to see if we can make any more up here. Just pulling up the CoinEx website. They offer 100% deposit bonus. So they give you that as extra margin. If I'm understanding that right. Just really cool. So if you put in $100, it seems to me like you can trade as if you've got 200. Is that correct, David? Have you been doing that? Must be something new. Yeah, it could be. I'll pull it up here in just a sec. We're about to hit 2 pips. Come on, let's make 2 pips here. There we go. We hit a 2 pip target after all that time. Here, I'll show you. I was going to pull up the CoinEx. Yeah, see this 100% deposit bonus? Advantages of the bonus. Maximum, each client can receive up to 40,000 in bonus. Increased trading capital. Bonus terms and conditions. The 100% welcome bonus is available to all clients. To qualify for the 100% bonus, a minimum deposit of $100 or equivalent in another currency is required. In case you lose all of your own funds while the bonus is active, positions in your trading account will be automatically closed at the prevalent market prices without prior notification. So you have to be pretty careful with that $100 because you could exceed your losses pretty quickly. I'm guessing is what they're saying there. Your account will be automatically closed at the prevalent market prices. The bonus amount will be removed under the following conditions. If a client chooses to close the trading account and withdraw all funds, if a client loses all of their own funds and there is only bonus left, proportionate amount of the bonus will be deducted from the trading account if the client withdraws the principal amount. No reduction in the bonus amount will occur for profit withdrawals. It's cool. I'm definitely going to start with these guys. Funding. Oh, and you can treat MT4, MT5, and Alpha. Never heard of Alpha before. Is that one of their own? Oh yeah, CoinEx Alpha, Supreme Trading Platform since 2000. Interesting. Yeah, make another deposit. Have you traded with Alpha before? That's interesting. Let's go back here for a sec. Yeah, there's nothing going on here. It's so slow. this pulls back a tiny bit more, we'll just add another one. But man, oh man. Alpha option. Oh, opting for CoinEx Alpha provides an opportunity for traders seeking top-notch trading experience. "20 years and serving the vast user base of over 1.85 million retail traders worldwide. CoinEx Alpha is renowned for its reliability, innovation, and trading tech. It's Alpha the perfect choice for our traders, combined with the excellent trading conditions." Interesting. They've got their own platform. I'm glad that they've got MT4 and 5. Then you can trade forex. That's what I want to do. $500x max leverage. That's what I'm talking about. Euro US. And partnership. What is the partnership? Oh, okay. Referring traders to CoinEx or partners have the opportunity to earn substantial commissions for every trade executed by their referrals, providing lifelong earning potential. Introducing broker. An IB is an introducing broker, regardless of whether you trade yourself. So you bring the traders in here and they'll pay you up to 50% commissions. That's huge. I don't think they could do that. Customizable IB arrangements available. Monthly payouts. No setups. Quick and easy onboard. Okay. I'm going to start with these guys and I'm going to become a partner. And I can refer people through YouTube. And then I can join under David so that he can get some commissions from me. So David, you should refer me, and then you can make some more money. Interesting. Oh, I missed another tiny trade setup. I guess we can see if we can move up our stop losses. I'm gonna just get rid of all. Oh no, it's not moving. Get rid of those yet. 5-minute chart. We've got a pivot there finally. Let's just wait for the new hour to come in. 6 more minutes. Oh yeah, we got the news in 6 minutes. So let's see if we finally get some moves. So I'll leave those stop losses where they are for the moment. And we'll just see what happens. We've got ISM services in 5 minutes, and we just made another 2 pips. Big money, big money. We locked in another 2 pips, and we've got 5-minute bar that we could move our stop losses up behind. Because we're coming up to the news, I'm just going to give it a tiny bit more breathing room. And how much breathing room do we have? So from where we're at to the stop loss, we've got 6 pips. That's pretty good. Let's just leave it like that and see what happens when that news drops. So if this pops down, I'm going to add into it. Just going to add one here. That barely gets our target in. Just a tiny bit above. We'll get into another one over here. But I want to start adding it into here so we can start making some money. We're barely moving so far today. Okay, 3 minutes. 3 minutes to the news. We're riding up into that take profit. Oh, we just were for a second there. Okay, we got a minute 30 to the news. Okay, so we got 35 seconds to the news on FTMO. Where would I click to view or modify current trades? So, do you have the orders? Or we'll talk about it in a second. You got 10 seconds to the news. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can right click on your orders. I didn't mean to leave you hanging there, but hopefully that right click got you to where you needed to go. Okay, we can add another 2-pip take another trade on. There's two layers at one position each. If we drop down into here, we can add 2 positions on the third layer down here. Okay, and we can split up those 2 trades over the course of time and price. So as this drops a bit, we can add one here, and then we'll add the next one just a little bit lower, and then that will be it for that layer. So I've got my finger on the trigger if it drops a bit more. Just one more little push and we'll get into that second trade. Okay, get into that second one. So that's it for that layer now. I'm just gonna let it sit. And if this comes down anymore, we'll add another 2 trades in. And then we'll be in the fourth. Well, it is technically on here, be the fourth layer. I'm kind of just modifying it slightly because we're only using 2 pip. Oh yeah, we're back into 2 pips and 35 pip stop loss. So yeah, this will be the fourth layer. So if it drops a bit more, we'll get into 2. Then on the next layer down, we'll get into 4. I'm just stretching this out a little bit in comparison to my my pyramid on my rolls. Okay, so I'm gonna get into 1. I'll get into 1 more. And then we also might hit the stop loss for that trade setup, which will be profit. But don't really, I mean, it'd be nice if it would just keep going up. We also need to take the profit off if it's going to keep going down. So either way, it needs to happen. Okay, we got a good bar in favor now. Looks like we've got a pretty good turn trying to come into the market. And then I'm gonna hopefully be moving up the stop losses behind this current swing pivot. So we just make a little bit more breathing room. Move those stop losses up. Now I didn't move them up before the new hour. I wanted to have just a little bit of breathing room for the news. And so at the moment, that's done us a pretty good favor because we just wicked below these other lows, which would have taken us out. So at the moment, that's fine. We'll just move the stop losses up a little behind this pivot. And at the moment, and if it keeps going up, then we get to keep riding. And then if it's going to make another turn down, we want to be out of that anyway. So that was a good play. And we just hit those take profits. And we'll take off a small loss on the top side in case this does not go all the way up. And then we've got one last trade sitting there. And we just took that loss because when we get into that third layer, it's a rule that when the market comes back, you take the loss. It's just a rule to keep mitigating your losses as the market. It's just that running position. I mean, I've got a little bit more time. Do you guys want to hang around and trade a little bit more, or do you want to just wrap it up? It's just so slow. It's hard to I'm like falling asleep here. The internet connection is not good. Okay, I think because it's just super slow and that internet's not great, I think we'll probably just wrap this up at this point if we can hit that last target. Oh, you just got into your first trade. Oh, you're just getting going. What got you in? Was it like as this market started to turn back up? Okay, guys. Well, during this session, we've made one trade here, 2, 3, 4. News. Oh, guys, I'm sorry about the internet. It's just in and out. It's buffering a bunch. So let's just call it a day. Decent little session, super slow. We made a little bit of profit, but it's just the internet's no good. And let's just call that a decent session for today. And we'll come